Hey YouTube, welcome to yet another sewing experiment where I try to turn origamis into bags. The bag's actually sewn from a square pattern, but with all the folds it changed into this leaf-like shape. When you put stuffs inside the bag, the bottom expands, leaving the upper part of the bag still pleated. However, when I tried to fold it, I was only able to get it into this funny umbrella shape. So I made another one that have a much wider pleat. I was able to fold this into a packet shape. It doesn't look as exciting as the first one, but it does have this nifty retractable elastic band. I will show you how to add it to your bag. I'm using this faux suede fabric. I think it's suede, I'm not sure, but it's soft on the right side. And I think they use this to line boxes and do like upholstery things. The important point here is that the fabric is not too thick and it doesn't fray. So the two bags uses the same pattern. You need 2 pieces for each bag. After you cut the pattern piece out, you mark on the back side of the fabric, mark out the seam allowances, 6 cm for the bag's opening and 1 cm for the sides and bottom. Then you will get a finished size bag of 45 by 45 centimeters. Now you draw a diagonal line across that 45 centimeter square and mark out in increments all around the sides. So you mark out 2.5 for the leaf-like bag or 9 centimeters for the foldable one. The pattern will look like a series of letter Y lying on the side, one on top of the other. The second piece of pattern will be reversed, so we'll get to that later. And it should look like this. This top area is the bag's opening, 2.5 increments. I'm marking all the mountain folds. The mountain folds will be sewn on the right side of the pattern. Here I've added the valley folds in between and also marked the diagonal lines. We need to sew them too for the folds to pop up. We are going to sew the opening of the bag first. So fold 1 centimeter of the edge under and pin and sew in place. We're creating the valley folds. This is done by sewing on the wrong side of the fabric. We will sew from one end to the diagonal line. You just sew the edges. We're just transferring all the folds in the origami onto the bag by sewing them in place. See, on the right side of the fabric, they will turn into the valley folds. I sew them up in sections. After the valleys are done, I flip the fabric over and sew the mountain folds. So you can stick a pin to mark where to begin. We also need to sew the mountain and valley folds onto the diagonal line. This will make the creases look more structural. So this is what it looks like with all the folds sewn. For the other side, we will reverse the folds. The diagonal line now starts from the other corner. If you start with a mountain fold on the first piece, on this piece you will start with a valley fold. This will make the folds slot together nicely. Now we're going to sew the sides and bottom. Pin them together with the right sides facing each other and sew 1 centimeter from the edge. Next, we cut off the bottom corners and flip the back over to the correct side. Over here, I'm trimming off the seam allowances on the sides of the bag's opening. This will just reduce the bulkiness, make it easier to sew. We will top stitch the sides and bottom. This will make the bag less puffy and the folds will look more prominent. We can trim off the excess seam allowances since the fabric doesn't fray, and we've stitched them over twice, so the bag will be pretty strong. You see this part here? My sewing machine doesn't like it so much because it was too bumpy to sew. For the straps, I wanted a shoulder length style that is about the same width as the folds. So it's sort of like a slim handle. I fold down 1 centimeter from both sides, then fold it in half to get a finished width of about 2 centimeters. And I position the straps quite far apart. I don't know why, but I think it looks nice. So for the foldable bag, if you want to add a elastic band to it, when you sew the sides up, you leave a little hole. Then you can use a hair elastic band, it's okay. Just put it through the hole and then sew in between so that you lock it in place. So now you can pull it out from both sides and make it retractable. For the straps, I use webbing, so don't forget to seal the ends of the webbing. And just fold it under and sew over them. So I hope you like this bag tutorial. Thanks for watching.